On tonight's show, Dennis falls over,
Davis has a bad day,
and we have our first ever guest.
Only on the Davis and Dennis show. Hello, thank you. That's enough. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Davis and Dennis show. The only show where both presenters are actively trying to find employment elsewhere.
Yes, but despite that, tonight we have quite a large show.
I know, not only we have a story on both Jack Maynard and Trisha Paytas' nudes on the internet news, but we have our first ever guest, Libby. It's on our show!
Yeah, she is teaching us how to dance like proper K-pop stars.
And there's also the return of our renowned "There's a pickle in my mouth" challenge!
Yep, it's a very exciting episode indeed.
But before all that excitement, is a word from this week's sponsor.
Innovative new sliced pickles, so you can fit more delicious pickle flavour in one gob.
Oh my god, that sounds like the best thing since sliced bread! I'm sure that makers of pickles everywhere will be very pleased with that.
Now it's time for the internet news. Hi guys, and welcome to Internet News. I'm Davis.
And I am Dennis. In this segment, we regurgitate the least important news stories that happened on the internet over the past week.
Indeed. First up is a follow-up from one of our stories from a couple of weeks ago. Jack Maynard, brother of far more talented and successful Connor Maynard, has only just this week found his way to the jungle for the UK I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. However, in the week that he has been here, not only have his full frontal nudes made their way onto Snapchat, but a number of his classic tweets have also resurfaced, where he manages to be both racist and homophobic, a combination that even I find difficult to achieve. However, his sex to a 14-year-old girl are what seem to have pushed the producers into kicking him off the show. Little did he know that all he had to do to leave was to literally shout, "I'm a celebrity, get me out of here."
Yep, we have more on that story in our On What segment, but in other news, Liza Koshy is bringing her imaginatively named Liza On Demand show to YouTube Red in 2018, a long-form show with over 8 half-hour episodes, a format that every single one of her fans are really excited about.
Meanwhile, Roman Atwood is launching a new YouTube Red show where he promises to smile more, which, looking at his thumbnails lately, is something that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
As a result of his TV show White Gold being put on hold thanks to Chuck Bass being, well, Chuck Bass, James Buckley, or better known as that annoying sex pest for the in-betweeners, has signed on to Rooster Teeth Let's Play Family, which also includes Cow Chop, Sugar Pine 7, and Laserbeam. I think this is cool because I find his videos to be kind of funny.
Well, if you're like us and still miss Source Fairs and all the joyful videos he gave us, like... Well, why don't you promote their channel in a vain attempt to bring it back? Well, like us.
And this week, it is SourceFed, the very channel that...
Well, it turns out the former host Candice Carrizales has a similar idea, as she shared some images of her exploits promoting the Dead channel on a Second Life chat room. But it all turned to waste when she discovered that she was talking to a Keemstar fan. So much for that then.
Not to mention, Jake Paul has released a remix of his hit single It's Everyday Pro with someone called Gucci Mane. Pastor 420 only had nice things to say about it.
Elia Daniel, meanwhile, has decided to get himself a tasteful facial tattoo. Luckily, his fans have been very supportive. But again, it is the same guy who decided to get a tattoo of Donald Trump, providing oral stimulation. Whatever gives you pleasure, I suppose. Otherwise, PewDiePie has launched a pair of new headphones with computer peripheral maker Razer. However, from the screen grab, it looks like he needs another sort of razor. In addition to the exciting news stories so far, Trisha Paytas, who recently made headlines for quitting Celebrity Big Brother, has decided to post a nude of herself to promote body positivity. While this is all good and worthwhile, I fear that she had an ulterior motive. Quite evidently, she wanted an excuse to use the dumpling emoji. Like, when has anyone ever found a way to use it? Well, I suppose I could use it to dump someone. Okay. In light of Fullscreen's total collapse, Grace Helbig is starting a show with best friend Mamrie Hart with Studio 71. Let's hope that it doesn't end in the same way that the Grace Helbig show did in 2015. Like, seriously, that was awkward. Oh, in the middle of all this news on YouTube has begun to crack down on questionable children's content, most notably Toy Freak, who had over 8 million subscribers, with videos with catchy names like Bad Baby Real Food Fight Girls and Freak Daddy Toy Freak's Family. It's not difficult to see how that particular video received 622 million views prior to the video being taken down. And finally, Netflix has released a study where they've found that the stigma surrounding public binge viewing have decreased. If only the same could happen for public binge eating. Hey, stop judging me. And that was the internet news. What was your favourite story of the week? Well, you can tell us in the comments below. Otherwise, it's back to the studio! Wow, it seems like if you want to make a statement on the internet, that you need to release some nudes. Davis, why don't we take some of each other? Perhaps on a later date. I think that's a little bit weird. Yeah, maybe we should get back to humping from last week's episode. Anyway, still to come is our in-depth expose on Jack Maynard's shock leaving of the I'm a Celebrity camp, and Libby teaches us how to K-pop. Before you watch that video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next part.